Joystick, the Joystick Show. Up, down, left, right, B, select. Start.
Welcome, gamers, to our Twisted Reality. Hey, number one, engage, but don't step in number two.
Joystick, the Joystick Show.
Hey now, alright, welcome to the Joystick Show. We're back for our monthly cast here with my son. How y'all doing? We go by our gamer tags. I'm Bogue Spear.
And I go by Thing 12.
And if you're a first-time listener, we appreciate you very much for tuning in and checking us out. We are a father and son combo that are talking video games from a very different generational standpoint, for sure. Got a few years, just a couple of years on you. No, not too many, right?
Yep.
Enough to be able to sprout you. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So, we're talking video games. If you want to be a part of the show, as always, how do they get a hold of us?
You can contact us at joystick_show on Twitter, joystickshow.com our website, or at joystick space show on Discord.
All right. So, we want to jump into it. But before we do, we have our sponsor. Let me get that out of the way as well. We appreciate the business. Right? We're talking about Fanboy, the cooling and warming unit that fits around your neck. Having a hot flash in the middle of a sudden death match? No worries. Flick on the Fanboy, and your neck will get cool sensations shooting through it. It lowers your sweaty body temperature by 2 to 3 degrees. Actual temps may vary. Order your Fanboy now for just $19.99, batteries not included. Visit fanboytempcontrol.com or any big box store you can visit to get yours today. Fanboy, your biggest fan in the room.
Cool.
Huh? That way you don't even have to worry about it. Don't have to be by an AC or by a heat unit. You just got it right there. You're all set. You're in a perfect gaming temp mode. What's your perfect gaming temp mode?
I don't know. Just room temp.
Room temp? Mm-hmm. What does that look like?
I'm not sure. Like
96.6?
72.
72, all right. That's it. Cool. All right, so let's talk. Let's jump in on the gaming front. What have you been up to?
I've been up to... What have I been up to? I've been playing mainly the same stuff I have been playing, so nothing new. I did go back to Conan Exiles, though, because I talked about that a while ago.
Right.
But I went back to that, and I'm playing that a little bit more.
But I heard somebody, actually our neighbors, just said they stopped doing that because they went to pay to play, or they started charging for everything on Conan. Is that not the case?
I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's pay to play. I think what they may be referring to is the fact that they made it so that you could like buy a lot of cosmetics. I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't come across that yet because right now me and my friend are just doing a private server, so I haven't like experienced any of the online stuff yet.
Right.
So maybe when it comes to it, but right now I'm having a lot of fun with it. So.
Yeah, I think I played a while back, but you started right from the loincloth, right? How far along are you? Are you in a full get-up and a full armor and everything now?
Yeah, we're pretty far.
Really?
We've done a few, like, dungeons and things. I don't know, I think the game is pretty cool. It's like Ark, but if it had more of a, I guess, I want to say like a Dark Souls approach.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never played that either, so I don't even know.
Like Elden Ring or
okay.
Or those. It's like it's like Ark if it had more of that approach. It's pretty cool. I like it. So that's what I'm playing right now with maybe a few other stuff that I've already talked about, but yeah.
All right. Well, it's kind of it's a doldrum. I haven't seen a lot of new games coming out, playing as well. Of course, I say that it just takes good marketing to kick in. That's what happened to me. I finally, they wrote me in. They rope-a-doped me, and I finally started the Star Trek Online. I've seen it on every social media, everything, all the actors, they hired them to come back and just do these little, you've probably seen it on, Facebook or one of those things where they got number one from Next Generation. I think they even got Picard, some of those guys to do it. They paid them for it. Anyways, long story short is it's the Star Trek Online game. And I almost feel like I did it once a while back because the beginning seemed a little similar. But started on that, and again, it's like Starfleet Battles board game, just online. It's pretty cool. You can build up your bases, right? Everything is all, you can pay to play on that for sure, right? You can upgrade your your Enterprise or your different starships, and abilities to build weapons and heal and science. And like anything, that it's kind of like it's got that moments where you're reading different things, right? Part of the storyline, which kind of bores me, but it is a storyline. It does at least dive you into the story a little bit more. Nothing like some of the other games we mentioned earlier this year that we were playing. It's definitely puts you right in the the action of the protagonist or whatever. But it was okay. It's kind of cool, and I just keep seeing it over and over, and I just got a kind of soft heart to the Star Trek world, and from playing that on the board game world for many moons. And also one of the best games ever on Nintendo Wii. Nintendo Wii had a game called Conquerors, I think. Star Trek Conquerors, or what was it called? Yeah, it's Conquest. Conquest, I think it was. Yeah, it was really good. Greatest, I think, the best game on the Wii out there. So I still have. Matter of fact, I think I might go back and play it. I've been playing a little bit of Star Trek. Everything else has been pretty much on the board gaming front, because I've been doing a lot more reviews and so forth on it. But been staying into it, checking out the news, and we got a ton of that. So it's actually a really interesting news cycle too. So let's hit that.
The Joystick News Report. Joystick News.
Okay, so on the news, first of all, do you see the some of the big news is the Street Fighter 6 is out. Where is it? The releasing of the name. So, have you played it much or no?
No, I've never played a Street Fighter game.
No? Because, I mean, it's kind of like your, was it Naruto?
Mortal Kombat.
Is it Mortal Kombat? Yeah, but I'm saying you're playing well, no, Mortal Kombat, because you're right, it's back and forth. It's a single two-dimensional thing, right? Mortal Kombat. Not so much like Naruto, because that's all over the place, kind of running around. But these names, that's what I'm wondering, because I guess the big deal is because it's such huge tournament play, right? And they come out with the new graphics, the new look and everything on Street Fighter 6. They released the players, the initial players anyways, that's coming out for the game. I mean, I don't know a lot of these guys, that's what I thought you did, like Blanca, Cammy, Chun-Li, I'm going to destroy these names, DJ, right? How do you pronounce that one? Delsum, E. Honda, Goulet, Jamie, JP, Jury, Ken, Kimberly, Lily, Luke, Manon, right?
I don't know.
Marissa, Ryu, and Zangief. Those are the main ones that are being launched. I'm sure these guys are steady conquerors, and I'm sure if somebody's out there that's played it, can somebody tell me who's the better of them, or are they all that balanced in the tournament? I'm sure if I start Googling, world champion, you'll see the similar maybe players playing certain guys or gals on it too. But it's a pretty big deal for the industry. Anytime those come out, because I know that thing has just been nonstop, and tournaments are huge, and I think there's actually money in it, good money into the sponsors and everything as well. So Street Fighter 6 is due out. What else we have?
CyberPunk?
Yeah,
2077?
Yeah, what was the dealie on that? That was the interesting thing about them was that they're actually having some, I don't know, I say revitalization of the game. Not that it was ever bad, right? You said it really did pick up, right? They fixed a lot of their stuff that they were dealing with. But now they said they actually have a brand new one coming out. It's called what is it, Phantom or something? Anyways, what?
It says the players peaked yesterday at 37,000.
That's a ton, isn't it?
That's a lot, yeah.
That's more than that's more than like Elder Rings or Destiny 2, even Grand Theft Auto 5.
I don't know if it's more than that, but it's a lot.
Yeah, because usually the high marks on them is usually around 16 or something like that. They're saying so. In doing so, I thought, well, that's pretty cool because that means they're checking out. So I actually went and watched the video, and it's kind of a neat looking video. I mean, there's a lot of beautiful. It's always the graphics nowadays, right? You can't say they didn't put the time into it, but it's called Phantom Liberty. Is the next expansion, if you will, of it, and it's getting a lot of interest. That's why I think a lot of people jump back on to play to get ready for it, to try it. It says something like the new United States of America, the new one. I think we're in that already, but I don't know. It's it looks pretty cool. Anyways, I just thought it was interesting because we've ragged on it pretty hard on the show over the years, right? As it came through, and then when they actually launched it, it was a flop, and it had so many bugs and so much issues that they finally came back. Shoot, they were giving it away for free on Stadia, I think, for a couple weeks or something, wasn't it? Remember that big promo they did on it? So yeah, that's a lot of folks. Have you played it at all?
No, not since it came out. No.
Maybe that's something we should look at now if they fixed everything and check it out. But anyway, so that's CyberPunk is the big name, but of course the bigger name in the news that we saw was that Grand Theft Auto 6. That's due out when? Next year?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think they've given a due date, or maybe they have. I don't know.
No, I think it's 2023 anyways. But they actually leaked some videos on it, which again, respectfully, isn't the most highly I don't know, high graphics at all. It still looks very similar to the other ones. I think there's just a little more AI interaction, or the NPC.
It's probably in an unfinished state, and they didn't want the leaks to get out, so
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, what they did show was that the non-player characters look a little better now. Maybe when all of a sudden they pull the gun, everybody like hides their head and takes off running and everything. Well, I guess they're going to make it even a little more dynamic with how they react and what they do, right? To do that, so it'd be interesting to see how much further along they do, or if they're using the new engine, Real Engine.
Or are they? I don't know if they are.
I don't know. I mean, if it's not out till 2023, you'd think they would be.
No, but if they've been developing it for the past year, maybe then.
Yeah, maybe not on it. Well, anyways, check it out if you want to take a look at it. They got some clips online now for it. If you're a big GTA 6 fan, you probably check that out and see that on different channels online as well. So, what else we got cooking? The other thing was Fortnite. What have you played that at all?
No, I haven't.
So you bailed on that too, completely, or no?
Yeah.
Why? Because it's still hot as ever.
Yeah, I don't find it fun anymore. I think the I don't know. It's most of the people I know I guess what I've heard on it, they have the same opinion I do. It's just kind of gotten it feels like more of just a game for advertising. Like they just keep bringing in new people from I guess the craziest crossovers from other shows, which is cool, which would be really cool if I still enjoyed the game, but I kind of find the game boring now, and if I kind of I wish I liked it, because if I did, it would be really cool to stay up to date with everything like I used to be when the first season, when the first chapters were out,
right, or
seasons were out. But yeah, no, I just don't find it that fun anymore. But I still understand how it's still got a really big player base, because it's just the stuff they're doing is really cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the big thing crossover you're talking about is huge. I mean, it's chapter 3, season 4. So I don't know, they're gonna have 100 chapters, right? Doesn't even matter. It's just the way they keep track of them. But I thought you'd be interested because your girl Spider-Gwen is gonna be coming to it. No?
No.
Not doing it for you, huh?
No.
All right. Well, and then they said some of the cool things is they have this new thing called Goopy Chrome, and what it does is it is some kind of substance that you can bottle or hold or grab onto or do something with, and then throw it against walls, and it removes the wall so you can go through it. So rather than building a wall, then you start building. Like I remember watching you guys do that, how fast it was so you didn't get shot. Well, now somebody can throw goop or throw this chrome and knock it down so they can still shoot you. And then what they did, which is interesting, is they ratcheted up the sniper and headshot multiplier.
That's interesting.
So now they're going to be able to have somebody maybe run up and goop your walls you're trying to build to protect yourself, and somebody in the distance is going to be headshotting you. What do you think of that?
I don't know. I think they've had a lot. It's been 2 chapters and 4 seasons since I've played, so I feel like that's probably not something that crazy. I feel like they've had to have had tactics like that before. So
yeah. Well,
I don't know.
They're bringing out. According to the news, it looks to be like it's a new thing to check out. So if you haven't, you certainly should. And I'm sure if you're playing it, I don't even know when that's due out. It doesn't say here specifically, but looks like it's around the bend for sure. So if you're looking to get back into it, it's a new fern. If you're a Spider fan, which I thought my boy here would jump in on it, not so much. You got Spider-Gwen as a battle pass, probably an extra, probably have to buy it or something too. I don't know, but it's good to check out. All right, what else do we got? Rolling on this.
Elder Scrolls is having a board game review?
Oh yeah, so this is my crossover. Elder Scrolls, everybody's played it, right? Skyrim, Morrowind. What's the other ones? There's a bunch of them. All the back issues of them is coming out with a game. I guess it's called Betrayal of the Second Era, and it's due out in March of 2023. But it's kind of cool because, again, if you're a gamer in general, video gamer and board gamer like myself, it's gonna have some nice crossover as well. It's gonna be a 1 to 4 co-op game. But the cool thing is, like I said, there'll be a lot of I don't know, stuff that you remember can associate with like Black Marsh, High Rock. I already said Morrowind and Skyrim, and they're gonna have content from what is it, Valenwood? Is that more recent? The Valenwood expansion or gameplay as well.
I have no idea.
No, I haven't played that one.
I don't know.
Okay, so that's looks like that's coming out too, but it's gonna be it's not gonna be a cheap game either. It's gonna be about $150, 150 bones.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like 3 games or 2 games, 2.5 games of video games. So, yeah, so that's it was kind of cool crossover, but I thought I'd mention that as well on it. What else do we have? Lastly, just taking interesting enough, man. The word China, as soon as you say that, right? Not the best situation right now going on across the world, but I saw this very interesting. I guess it was an opinion article, but it was very pithy in regards to China's coming for video games. And they kind of, how they've been involved in Hollywood, right? Changing the narrative and making sure, it kind of goes down a certain track they want to do because they're spending, millions and millions on it. And, of course, the market is huge over there, I guess, for dollars and for revenue for movie makers. Well, now they're starting to turn it because they realize movies right now is only a small fraction of what they can make as far as influence in video games, right? Mm-hmm. And there's that company called Tencent, I think it is. They continue to buy up a ton of studios. Like, what's the one they just did? What's the one with World of Warcraft? But Blizzard.
Blizzard? Oh, interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
So they're doing Blizzard. They're on the docket for something like $65 billion or something on that. As well, but these are all companies that kind of have they're kind of a management company based out of China. I think it was actually in Hong Kong, and but they're saying on how they're looking for a ton of new studios to pick up as they come along and have their eye on quite a few. So I don't know how that's going to change or it's going to influence the gaming world at all, but I'm sure it's going to have some impact like it has already with Hollywood. And it's only it's September of 2022. So could see a major change in the next coming years if that's the case, if they double down on it and really try to put a lot of influence on the game design and the narrative of that. So, keep an eye out for that as it moves on. All right, what else do we have? Anything else in the news? I think that's it. Is that everything? Okay, that's the news.
This concludes your Joystick News Report.
Joystick News.
All right, so the big thing for this episode, and you're going to want this too, right? Yeah. It's time for the riff rap. You don't want this?
Oh,
I thought you
were talking about the actual thing itself.
Yeah.
The new PS5 VR.
Yeah.
I'm gonna want the PS5, but not. I don't think I'll be getting the PS5 VR, but I don't know anything about it, so.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing. The big news on this, so the PS5 VR 2, it's called, right? It's coming out. It's got more. I don't say aerodynamic. No, it's definitely a nicer fit. It's got a nicer look to it, and I guess it's supposed to fit a little more comfortable. On you, but the main thing about it is it's actually still pretty simple in design.
It looks like the exact same as the first one.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's probably a little more comfortable as far as the headset and the cushion, stuff like that around your eyes. The other one was okay. But anyways, the big thing about that is they confirmed that there will be no backwards compatibility with any of the games. So, unlike, you remember Oculus, right, when they came out with the Quest and everything, you could still backplay a lot of the games, right? You could plug right into the computer. You know what I mean? You could do a lot of different things to still make it engaging with the money and everything you've spent prior. This one, nope. They said all the other games will not be compatible because of the new technology. They have some kind of eye tracking software and doing some stuff on the within the system itself. So, and that was just released this past week. So if you're a fan of the PSVR or have it, you know. So why would you get that if you don't? If ours is old, it's collecting dust over there, just in a big old pile of spaghetti wires over there.
Then why would I get the PSVR 5 VR?
Well, maybe there's going to be Spider-Man VR.
Nah.
Huh?
If I was to get a VR headset, which I probably wouldn't, it'd be the Quest 2, because I feel like it's the best for its price. It's like, I don't know. If I was really into VR, I would definitely get the Valve headset over this, because this is if it's PlayStation, you're gonna be exclusive to only a few games,
right?
And that's not where people are going to be working most of the time with VR. I don't know. I don't think it's worth it.
Well, it's interesting because I was trying to find even like the price point on it. I don't even know if anything has been set on that, but I'm sure it's going to be pretty competitive. I know they didn't really change the pricing structure either. So where they were talking about, because of the inflation, everything going on in the world, right? That things are going to be costing more. Microsoft said they're not changing their price. I thought Sony said they were raising their price slightly or something on some of their new consoles coming out, right? Yeah. So I don't know in this one if it's going to provide any details or what the price point is going to be, but I assume if they stay in line, it may be a little bit more than that. What was the name of the one that was real expensive, like $1,200 that your buddy had? Do you remember what that one was? That wasn't the Vive or the...
Yeah, it was the Valve.
It was Valve? Oh, okay. On it. Has you heard from him at all? Has he been playing it at all? Does he like it?
He likes it a lot, yeah. He plays it a little bit.
What games, though, is he playing on? The same ones that we have?
Yep. Pretty much.
But is it just easier to control, move around?
It just looks better. It tracks better. The graphics are better. It feels better. It's runs
better for $1,200, right?
Yeah.
On it as well, so that's cool. But I haven't seen much on that, though, since you mentioned it. But again, when we're looking through the news, not a ton of stuff. The biggest news is that they're coming out with another hardware, right, for the Sony. But it seems like Sony would have a designated group just focused on that. You know what I mean? And I will tell you this, after looking at the Meta that came out, have you seen that? The new Meta launch, Facebook and all that type of stuff? Mm-hmm. It's horrible. It looks like 2001. Right?
Yeah.
Actually, it doesn't look much different than the Wii with the big bobblehead you walk around with on it. Did you see that?
I did.
What was your thought?
I don't know. It's kind of weird because they put, I think, $18 billion into it, and it looks like that.
That $18 billion?
Yeah, and other companies maybe put in $1 million on theirs, and they make better looking games, VR games.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just taken back by the lack of it. And I guess the weird thing is they started going in and they started talking about...
Horizon Worlds is what it's called.
That's called Horizon Worlds?
Yeah.
Horizon Worlds. And the interesting thing is they did the whole interview. I don't know, it wasn't with Zucker, it was with... who the heck was it with? Somebody, I think, from the main quest. And they said, so why, why do you think this should be in another meta world and everything? And the answer was something like just because or something. There wasn't even like a reason why they launched this outside of just being out there with it right now. But tell me, I mean, if you go and search it, doesn't it basically look like Wii? Just a little bit on it, maybe a little cleaner, but not by much. So Horizon Worlds. So I don't know if I'm going to be picking up much real estate on Horizon Worlds. What about you? I mean, I think Second Life looked just as good, and that was back in 2010.
I think if they put that much money into it, there has to be something worth. Like, if it looks that bad, it's fine as long as there's a lot to do in it. So I don't know.
You mean like more activities or something?
Or something. Like, it has to be really in depth. Like, it should be like a whole world. Like, you could, like, walk around for miles and miles or something. Like, it...
Right.
There's no way that they put $18 billion into something that looks like that and doesn't have a lot to do.
Yeah. Well, maybe, I mean, they'll work around. I mean, I say it's like that scene where it definitely is clean, right? I mean, but still, like, the half avatar bodies and so forth. I don't know. Kind of weird, for sure. But, you know, that said, it won't take much for to get just the right developer to come up with a cool thing, and it'd be exclusive in the Horizon world, and it take off, you know, because really the other ones haven't gone crazy with what they've done. People are already spending thousands and thousands on land and thousands on different stuff, you know, to do it. So, but it was just weird because even the video when you watch it is just kind of chaotic, you know what I mean, full of stuff. You know, what do you do with it? You know what I mean? So there's concerts in the air.
That's the point. I think that's cool. I think it should be chaotic like that, but I don't. But then I feel like when you actually get into it, it's not very good.
Yeah, maybe. All right, well, that's Horizon World by Meta, and we'll see what happens with that for sure. All right, so that is the Riff Rab. Now it's time for
Deal of the Week.
All right, we got the deals of the week, and we're like the month, right? Of September, best video game deals. It's kind of weird when I start going through like the video game deals because I always just think of just buy the dang Game Pass, right? You don't have to worry about it. But in some cases, you can or don't want to. I mean, Far Cry 6 for the PlayStation 4 and 5 for $14. Right? Isn't the latest one Far Cry 6?
It's either Far Cry 6 or New Dawn. I think it is 6. Yeah, 6 is the newest. Yeah.
All right, $14 for that. Watch Dogs, $17. What else we got on there? Gears 5. I don't know why that's $10. That's been around for quite a while, and I think that's been on Pass forever. So I don't know why they'd be selling it or that's a deal. But anyways, different games, different opportunities for it. I know like the Elden Ring, as we mentioned before, going to the game, they have it for $50 for PlayStation 4 on Amazon. I'm sure some of the sports games will be coming down too if they haven't already to do it as well. So, but I really don't see much in regards to the hardware. If there's anything worth standing out, you know, gaming PCs. I did read that the graphical chips are going to come down in price now, start to come down because who was it that was buying them all up? Oh, all the crypto companies were buying up all the servers and using the video graph cards, right? Because they just needed them to launch, and crypto was taking off so much. Now they're backing down because they've either hit capacity or hit a certain level or using a different technology. I read a little bit about that. You may know more than I do, but they said it was going to open up on that. So do you need a graphics or no card?
Maybe. I don't think so. Why?
No, I just wondered for your system. I could probably end up using one for sure. What is it, the 3080i? Is that the new one? Or no, 3090, right? Yeah. And what was that, about 3,200 bones? No.
$4,000, maybe.
Is it? Yeah. So, pretty expensive stuff, but anyways. So, not a lot of deals of the week, but check out if you're looking for those games mentioned as well. So, all right. It's lastly for new releases upcoming. So, where do we leave off here? We left off on, didn't we have... If we look at September coming down the pike, it's now the 18th. So if we look ahead a little bit on the 22nd, Spider Heck. Do you know what that is? Spider Heck? Okay. I've seen if there's any real big ones. Do you know this one?
No.
Proteus?
Slime Rancher 2 was really popular. The first game was really popular when it first came out.
Yep.
So that might get some...
That's on the 22nd of September. Life is Strange for the Switch, and their version on the 27th. I mean, I don't see a lot of major Pathfinder. I mean, that's a big thing I know in the board gaming world and so forth, but it's also coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and the Switch on the 29th. The Wrath of Righteous. Let's look at October. Overwatch 2. October 4th. Big name, right? Again, something we hadn't been jumped into much at all, right? Have you been playing at all? No?
Nope.
You were playing that for a while, weren't you? No, not Overwatch.
No.
What was the other one you were playing? Apex?
Yeah.
Apex, that was what I was thinking. Okay. Overwatch, though. Big 2 upgrade coming on the 4th.
Yeah.
No Man's Sky for Nintendo Switch.
Oh, that's weird.
October 7th.
Huh.
That might be good if you're traveling or whatever.
Yeah.
Taking it and using it.
I don't know how well it'd run, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say with the amount of universe and the amount of stuff that you would be doing to do that, I wonder how they're buffering that bad boy. Dragon Ball: The Breakers out on October 14th. A big group followers on that.
Oh, Marvel Snap. That seems pretty cool. That's like a card game, I think, but it's like a...
What?
Yeah, it's a card game for mobile, and I think they're also releasing it on PC.
Really?
I think it's a card game.
A card game, and what do you do on it?
I don't know exactly. I think it's like almost like a Magic, or like, I think it's one of like those kind of games, like 1v1s.
Really?
But I'm not sure entirely. I just think
Yeah.
it looks pretty cool because they're using big names.
Yeah. Well, I mean, anything you slap a Marvel, Marvel IP on it, and you're gonna get.
Yeah, but I think it's this. They put a little more effort into making this really cool. So
Really? Well, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're gonna do it,
You look like someone who's ready to
pause that. So in doing so, is that I mean, card games are huge in the board gaming world, right? So if they can convert it, because I know actually, what is it? Magic the Gathering on Xbox was pretty big at one point. A lot of people are playing it even there on that. So, but it looks like they got everybody Deadpool and Thing, and I might actually try this game. I wonder if it's any good. And that's coming out when did we say? That was
October 18th.
October 18th. I'll be on the lookout for that then, for sure. So, cool. All right, anything else to look at here in October? Just to catch it before our next show, Ghostbusters. It's coming out sometimes mid-late October. The Spirits Unleashed. So if the old school, which I remember the first Ghostbusters going to that movie.
Gotham Knights is supposed to come out October 21st.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that another Batman?
It's supposed to be like the old Batman Arkham games, but with 4 people.
Oh, wow. So you can be, multiple Batmans or like Robins?
No, Batman, so it's set in a time where Batman died, and it's, you can be Robin.
Wow, you're not even Batman in the game?
No, Robin. Well, that's why it's called Gotham Knights.
Oh, right.
Robin, Nightwing, not Deathstroke. I forget his name. Batgirl, and then there's one person I forget his name.
Nice. That's cool. That, I mean, it's probably pretty decent graphics and everything as well on it.
Yeah, it looks like it's either gonna flop really like bad and it's just gonna be the worst game, or it's gonna be actually really good.
Right. Well, 4-player, that's pretty cool though, right? Co-op, 4-player co-op.
Yeah.
So, and lastly, just to mention, even though I'm sure we'll talk more about it next show, is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Big one, right? That's big. We're getting into that time now, close to holidays. And they're going to have some good releases. So probably next show we'll talk a little bit more about that. Maybe Resident Evil or something like that too. But for sure the Call of Duty. So good. Is that it? Sounds good. If you guys got any insights you'd like to be a part of the show or talk to us about it, you can hit us how?
At joystick_show on Twitter, joystickshow@gmail.com, or at joystick_show on Discord.
Fantastic. All right, sir. We appreciate it. Show 124A, baby. In the can. So until next time. Game on.
Joystick, the Joystick Show.